I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. Okay, today is Tuesday, June the 7th, 2022. Y'all know how we do on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give this a 7. Like, it wasn't boring, but it was just a solid episode. It was a solid episode to move the storylines along. Listen, I know they're pushing this Victoria thing, but you're not going to entertain me with a boring time. This storyline has played out. Like, at this point, it's just like, move on. If Victoria's going to leave, let her leave and let her be happy. This is a grown woman. If she wants to be with Ashlynn, stop it. Just let her be with Ashlynn. So Victoria's laid up in the bed with Ashlynn. They didn't do anything. They're taking things slow. But she's all up in the bed and everything. And Ashlynn says, "I don't want you to open your eyes because I don't want you to wake up and this not be real or whatever." Anyway, so Victoria just tells him, "Can you believe my parents?" She was complaining about her parents after all they've done to try to get this man out of her life, because it was lying to this girl about having cancer, and then she gave him, "See, oh, Victoria, you owe me money." I said, if I was Victor, I'd be like, "I want my 500 million back. Nick, you can keep your 250, but I'm gonna need that 250 back." Because Victoria goes back to him, and she was one of the reasons why he accepted the money. "Victoria, you're gonna have to ass up off my 250. But anyways, so Victoria is just like, "They're so controlling of me. I can't believe what they did to you about Harrison. That's just like my father. And if Victor Newman is behind the wheels, then things get done. And look, that's my mother calling me now. That's Victor texting me now because they trying to find out if she's okay. You should have heard them trying to convince me to go back to the ranch last night." I said, "Now, girl, don't talk about your parents like that, because they were trying to protect you, and you gonna talk about them to Ashley, the man who lied to you about having cancer, the man who sent his son away so that he wouldn't know that he was lying about having cancer after telling the little boy he might die." Girl, please. Like, don't, no. I'm sorry. Y'all not going to entertain me with this boring, doesn't make sense time. But she decides, I want independence. I want to move away with you. You moving away because you know what you're doing is wrong. But she's saying, "I want to move away with you because my family would never let me be peaceful with you or whatever. So I just want to go away." And he like, "Are you sure?" And since now that he has a restraining order with Harrison, he can't see him. Ashlyn's perfectly happy to move away with Victoria. Please move them away. Don't bring them back. And not in this boring storyline. I don't know. It went from being interesting for me, being just like, okay, okay, what's gonna happen? Okay, Victoria gonna find out the truth, and she gonna give it to Ashlyn. To her just being so weak. I'm like, on one hand, you're saying you're so independent and everything, but on the other hand, you're very weak because you just gave in to Ashlyn. But I guess you can't turn off love. Let's move on. I've spent too much time on them. Anyways, so Ashlyn goes, Victoria calls a meeting with her family. Now her family has already been talking. Like, Adam and Victor were already talking, and Victor said, "Don't think I don't know. You would be happy if Victoria got back with Ashlyn." He said, "Well, you need to see that her judgment is not clear or whatever." And plus, it benefits Adam because he wants to be that CEO. Um, he wants to be that CEO of the company and everything. But anyways, then we see that Nikki and Nick are talking, and he says, "I can't believe she would go back to Ashland." And Nikki said, "Well, I'm telling you, I don't think this trip really did what we were hoping it would do for her as far as, moving." So I said, "Well, why would y'all think one trip to Switzerland will remove feelings, especially when the girl came back early?" All right, whatever. But anyways, Victoria calls this meeting. They all meet up or whatever, and she lets them know, "You turned off the TV, Mama." And she lets them know that she is going to leave town because, well, first of all, she goes in on Victor for what he did for as far as getting Ashlyn out of Harrison's life. How could you? How could you manipulate? He loves that little boy. And Nick was like me. Girl, he lied to that little boy. What are you talking about? He lied to that little boy and told him he was dying, knowing he wasn't dying. And Victor, yeah, he did it for selfish reasons, but you know what? You lied to a child, sir. Like that, I don't know. Like, that's sick. And so I'm not really mad at them for being like, let's put a restraining order and you can't talk to him because you lied to him. You didn't want to be with your son. You wanted the company more. And you wanted your son out of the way so that you could do your little devious deeds and him not, Kyle and them not find out about it and Harrison not know about it or whatever. And so now it's coming back to her. But anyways, Victoria's just pretty much saying, I want to be with Ashley. And they know it. They know what this is. They see it for what it is. You just want, like, you're using this as an excuse to be with Ashlyn. So Victor tell her, no, you're not going anywhere. And I said, Victor, well, I mean, you can't make her not go. But he said, and she said, you can't make me not do anything. I'm declaring my independence. I said, girl, you a grown woman. If it took all this for you to declare your let's move on. So then we see Diane has popped up over at the Abbott's house because that's where Diane wants to be. Diane wants to be an Abbott so bad she can't wait. But anyways, before she got there, Summer let Kyle and Jack know that Phyllis despises Diane so much that she interceded and she had Daniel call and say, Mama, come on over here and be with me. So Diane went to visit Daniel and they're like, that's probably for the best. And she like, what is going on with, I know she has hatred for Diane, but what exactly is going on? What's the deeper issue? Well, they're not telling, and so it is what it is. They're not going to tell what the deeper issue is. Summer just let it go and let Phyllis work on getting herself together. And someone said in the comments like they making these women so weak over these men, and yes they are. Like they just making them pathetic almost over these men. Like let's move on. So then Diane pops up and talks about, I have a great idea. I want to take everyone to breakfast. Well, Jack say I can't make it, and Diane is all disappointed because that's who you wanted to take to breakfast, Mama. But okay. So Diana's all disappointed, but and then Summer says, "Well, we could go," and Kyle says we could go, but Harrison is not there, so he can't go. And I said, "Summer, what you got on? Where are you going in this Emmy dress, this prom dress? What is going on? Like I know she's into fashion, but you can't tell me this girl is sitting here wearing this dress. I mean, I know she had to go speak to the board. Y'all love a dress with on the with the arm out or whatever. But anyways, I said no, no, no. That's just like Victoria with that hair in her face. I was like, why won't y'all put like I can't push the hair out of her face, please? Like, what is this? What is going on? But let's move on. Let's move on. But anyway, so then Kyle, Summer, and Diane, they all happy go lucky and stuff. I said, oh, Kyle makes me sick. You just so happy to have your mama. So then Ashlyn come through and then Kyle is like, he tells them, I know you went behind the restraining order. And Kyle stood up and he said, listen, Victor might had the wherewithal to do the restraining order and all that, but we 100% behind it. We 100% okay it because at the end of the day, they couldn't have got the restraining order without them okaying the restraining order. And he says, you lied to my son about having cancer. You made him believe you were dying. And then you shipped him off to Milan so that you would not have to deal with the fallout of you lying about having cancer just in case you got caught and all that. Plus, you knew you was lying. And so he said, so I'm going to do everything to protect Harrison or whatever. And then Summer stood up behind her man and she said, on period, and period. And she said, but we got a meeting to go to because they got that Marchetti meeting with Jabot to try to get Marchetti fashion house over to the US. And so she said, so they leave or whatever. And Ashlyn is just like, and Diane says, I feel for you. She tell him again, I can't help you, but I feel for you or whatever. And he says, well, I'm leaving town. That's what he came to tell Summer and them too. And he told him, I'm leaving town or whatever. And I said, well, then a restraining order and stuff makes you want to leave town. But like Michael Baldwin said, he not gonna want them to know what he's done. So the town to know. So that's why he's leaving. And he could have been out of Victoria's life, but Victoria don't want him out of her life because he was leaving. But anyways, so they him hard talk about it was good getting to know you all day. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's they're not. I don't because at first I thought, well, maybe they might put Ashlyn and Diane together, but now if they do, it's down the road. It'll be down the road if they ever decide to do that. But I think that would be the interesting storyline for Victoria to go back to Ashlyn, and then he start developing feelings for Diane. That's an interesting story. I will watch that. I want to see how that would play out, with all the different characters involved. But anyways, Jack meets with Kyle and Summer, and they all had their meeting, and the meeting went well. They're going to be moving back to Genoa City because Abbott did buy Marquetti and everything. So then we see Allie come in. Allie saved this for me because I like me some Allie. So Allie comes in and she talking to Jack about everything, and he said, "Oh, my knees hurt," and she said, "Oh, my dad was like that." He was like, "It's probably genetics." And so because he had to stop running because of his knees and everything, she said, "I gotta find me another exercise that won't be so hard, painful on my knees." And they said, and so he was like, they opened up a new Pilates studio and all that. Anyways, let's move along. So Allie is just like, okay, um, she's gonna meet at the coffee house. She's gonna meet Ashley at the coffee house because she's gonna go to Jabot and you work in their lab and everything. And he says, okay, she was like, it's a central place because she had told him earlier about the grinning soul and told him, oh, me and Sharon had different opinions. She said, well, actually, it wasn't Sharon, it was Noah. And he said, okay, that you mentioned that name before. So now she want to meet at the coffee house. And he like, mm-hmm. And so all the, like, older adults are looking at Allie and Noah like, we know exactly what's been going on here, but I like the pace that they're going with this storyline, and letting everybody know what's going on. But anyway, so that was that with them. So then we move right along to, baby, did I do this whole soap? I might have. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take my notes because I ain't looking no notes. I just went off the dome. So excuse me. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Ashley, Diane, Allie and Jack. Okay. Yeah, I've done the whole show. All right, y'all. So that was the Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, it's okay. I'll still be doing these videos for you, but please hit that like button for me. It helps my YouTube algorithm go and pushes my video out to more people. All right, I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.